Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. I acknowledge my office looks like I have a little girl's bedroom from here, but I swear in real life, it's a grown-ass woman's office. Okay, today we're chatting about signs of ovulation. So when you are trying to get your period back, you're always sussing out your body to try and see like, am I getting my period or what? What does this sign mean? Is that a sign? Is this a sign? Do I have any signs? I don't think there's any signs. So I have a few notes here to talk to you about physical signs that ovulation is coming. First of all, I'm also not an expert. I'm not a doctor, none of that, but I've had many, many conversations and am just a total nerd and have nerded out on all of this information myself, and I am bringing it to you. So the best way to know if you are ovulating, the best way is to get an ultrasound every single day. But that's not happening. And of course, we're not talking about taking OPKs, predictor kits, ovulation predictor kits, because I mean, A, those don't work for everyone, and B, that's not like a natural bodily sign. However, if you wanted to take an OPK every single day, you totally could. But we are talking about physical signs in your body that you are ovulating or about to or have ovulated. One of those. Number one, temping or taking your temperature. So when you take your temperature every single day, you'll be within a certain range depending if you're Celsius or Fahrenheit, and you'll typically be pretty stable around the same temperature-ish, give or take a few degrees. But when you ovulate, your temperature will spike, and it will spike up noticeably, and it will stay spiked for 3 consecutive days. So you could have a day where your temperature randomly spikes and then it goes back down, and that's not ovulation. Ovulation is a noticeable, sustained rise in your basal body temperature when you take it in the morning before you get out of bed. Yeah. So that's the first one. And if this is something that you're interested in learning more about, let me know, because I will deliver. Okay, another one is insane breast tenderness. For me personally, and many, many, many others, your boobs getting bigger, swollen, sore to the touch, hurts to run or jump or whatever. That is a sign. That's like a very, very big sign, especially if you're extra sore. So I've definitely had like a little bit of tenderness, and that's just come and gone, and I didn't get a period or something like that. So you really are looking for some insane tenderness, I call it, and that is a huge sign that ovulation is happened and going away. You can kind of feel it, and like comment below your experiences actually, but for me, I can feel it. It's like my boobs are a little bit sore some days, it's coming, and then there's like a peak day of insane tenderness, and then that actually lasts for a couple of days and it starts to dissipate. So that's my experience with breast tenderness. Let me know yours. Cervical mucus is a sign of ovulation, but it's not the sign. It is not definite, and you can definitely have cervical mucus and not ovulate. So this is like a sign. Cervical mucus is more of a sign that just things are happening with your hormones, and like stuff's kickstarting and happening down there. And cervical mucus is like literally mucus in your underwear. When you have HA, you're often, girls can be really just like dry, consistently dry all the time. Some people will see mucus a lot and it will come and go and still no period. So that's a sign that you're having like follicular waves, that estrogen is rising and falling, and all of those are good things, but it's potentially not enough. It's not happening enough yet to cause ovulation. So if you're seeing mucus, do not stop with your HA recovery protocol. You haven't necessarily ovulated yet, but it's just a positive sign. Another sign is acne. So lots of women will get breakouts. I used to have, when I had HA, my skin would just like always be the same, kind of dry and sad looking, but never many zits. And around ovulation, I actually get the deeper, more painful pimples, like one. It's not a big deal, but you'll notice that will happen around your chin for a lot of people. And then in different phases of my cycle, I will get like zits around my forehead and like neck, sort of hormonal areas. But for me, ovulation, getting the deep pimples around like my chin area is a sign for sure. So I've got like these sore boobs and this like sore chin. Now, there can be all kinds of different symptoms for everyone. I mean, some people will experience sweating, some will experience that later on, like when they're in their luteal phase or when they're having their when they're actually menstruating. And some women will experience moodiness and all of those different symptoms, but those are harder at first to attribute because they can happen at different times in their cycle for different women. And if you had HA for a while, you might not really know what that means for you yet. And that's kind of something that you figure out later down the track when you've had a few cycles and you start to notice your patterns. But right now, when you don't have any patterns, some of the main ones that I look for is, like I mentioned, a significant spike in your temperature, breast tenderness, cervical mucus, acne. So with the temperature thing, it's also not like widely recommended that people with HA check their temperature every day because you might just like go insane trying to look for patterns. And sometimes when you have HA, your temperatures are just like kind of useless. They can be super erratic, and it's just actually way easier to start tracking your temperatures when you have had a period. But if you want to, do it. And if you have recovered from HA and you're watching this video and you did track your temperature beforehand, let me know in the comments because I'm really interested in your experience there. Like, what did you notice before and during the spikes? When did you see a spike and all of that stuff? So for me, I actually didn't see a temperature spike because I didn't have ovulatory periods, and that's another reason why tracking at first might not be helpful. So you might get a period and not ovulate. And if you're checking your temperatures and you don't see a spike and you do eventually bleed, you could be kind of confused. It's sort of just like throwing all of this information at you really fast, like a fire hose, and you just can't digest it all. And it's like just gonna take more of your effort and it's your energy, and it's just going to like maybe be a bit of a stressor. And that's only for some people. Some people love the data, love doing it. So that was just a little extra bit on temperatures. Okay, guys, I hope that this was helpful. That's kind of my take on it. So if this was interesting to you, please subscribe, leave a review. Wait, that's not what we do here. Leave a comment, let's chat, and I will see you guys later. Oh, and don't forget, on the 15th of November, the HA Society is reopening for enrollment, which means you can come on in and join all of the other amazing ladies inside of the HA Society, where we chat and support each other, and we attend community calls and live events with practitioners. And it's just a really awesome community. The women in there are my family now. We have been doing like challenges every day that help us kind of commit to the process of recovering periods, talk through each other's issues, and like look at each other's progress, and it's just so much fun. So if having a community of women to support you through your HA and to catch up with us on calls every single week and all that amazing stuff sounds great to you, go to the waitlist, it's in the show notes, and join the waitlist, and I will email you personally and invite you into the group as soon as it's open. Okay,